Because when I first called you, you was like, it's the ref's fault.
Yes.
I'm like, who the hell
Yeah.
pushed Shaq on the floor?
I have big
For the
high
last 6 foot,
energy. Like,
everyone
I
looks
feel like I'm
Yeah.
up here.
You are. You think in
Oh,
your
right.
head.
In my head, I feel like I'm eye level. So you're about to shoot and you
Ice
think
cream
of
as
ice cream.
Welcome to the More Than Ball Show. This is episode 30, House of Naysarkos, supported by Spotify. I'm Paige.
Hey, it's Shakila.
Hey, Sevian.
Yeah, and we're missing our friends Ola and Eamon, soon be reunited. But Shaq, good to see you. It's been a minute. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I guess I should just address where I've been.
Mm-hmm.
So about 3 weeks ago, I unfortunately tore my Achilles in a really crucial game. Before this, we was actually undefeated, and then we lost by 3, I think it was, in overtime. And I ended up tearing my Achilles in the last 20 seconds of overtime. So yeah, I've just been in Greece currently, not rehabbing, but I'm not able to walk around or anything. So I've just been trying to recover and get well from since my surgery. But yeah, other than that, I'm okay.
Well, you're smiling and you're glowing, so that's good. Sorry about this.
I help you through this.
Yeah, we got
insane injury. You'll be making it through the other end, back on the court soon.
It just showed me that your life can change so quick, day by day. It's I was so excited for to finish the season out, and I was enjoying my time here in Greece, and I was thinking, I was I don't want it to end, and how long do we have left of the season, and we're going to get promoted and all of these things, and just so quick, you can't take anything for granted. And from listening to you guys' podcast, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Charlotte was mentioning about she's so glad that she had lived out her dreams before she was diagnosed with MS, and I'm just man, you really have to be appreciative of everything you have, and you really don't know when it can be stripped away from you.
Absolutely.
That was so motivational. That was so motivational. Wow. So what's the next steps for you? When do you get to go through rehab, get the cast off?
So I have the cast on now. I'll be putting on a walking boot on Friday, and then after 2 weeks is when I can start my rehab. But now, because it's such a big tendon, it's essential for no pressure to be put on it, because there's risk of you re-tearing it. But with the surgery that the doctor has done over here, he's reassured me that if you do what you need to do, everything will go smoothly. And
well, I'm on the other side of an Achilles injury, and I've been back on the court back enough to retire again. So once you do the rehab and you follow through with everything, and then adjust your lifestyle and just pay attention to health and wellness, and really focusing on the smaller details, you're gonna thrive, and you'll be back on the court and getting those blocks, getting those shots and everything soon.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
We're excited for the comeback. Yeah,
and the camp. We're gonna have a camp too. Me and Sevian have been talking about many things. I feel there's so many things we could do now.
Oh my gosh, the amount of calls with your boot and your leg up in the air.
Exactly. But support system is really important in these times, and it's just shows you everyone that is there for you, and really everyone just has your best interest at heart. I really appreciate it, basically.
Oh, you're loved. You're loved.
Look, I was getting all sad.
Now, support is big, with everything that you do. If you look at the NBA, if anyone watched the BBC, the game that was on the BBC when the Mavs played, the support Kyrie's got to have during this time of the year has to be massive, in a sense. He's fasting. Yes. That's no food, no water, sunrise to sundown. And here right now it's not so bad because it's getting dark quite quick. Well, now it's getting later, but when Ramadan first started, it was still quite dark around 5 o'clock. So I'm not sure how dark it gets in America when it gets dark. So that's a long day. That could be a long day.
I believe when he was playing that game, he had no food, no drink. So it was just the execution was incredible for him to be able to perform at that level and just make those necessary adjustments so he's still able to perform to that elite level and execute in that way. Magical. Absolutely.
Is the game you're talking about, is it when he hit that
the buzzer beater?
Yeah. Dallas versus
with his
Denver.
left hand?
Woo.
in front
Insane.
of Jokic.
Kyrie.
Crazy shot.
Do you know what I
Kyrie
mean?
magic.
That was insane. So the support he must have in that, yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
Because you went through Ramadan last year, didn't you, Paige, while you
Yeah.
was playing for the London Lions?
Yeah, and do you know what? That was very tricky because when I was exploring the Islamic faith, I wasn't sure what I could and couldn't do. Like I just had surgery, so what I now learned was that I didn't have to go through everything with Ramadan during that time. It's like when girls
Yeah.
are pregnant or on their cycle or anything like that, they don't necessarily have to do it during that time, because it's just too risky. So even though, yeah, I remember I had the surgery and then I went straight into Ramadan, body was mash up.
Yeah.
Body was mash
How
up.
was it like practicing and like fasting at the same time?
That I think that was the toughest part because because I just came back from surgery, so and I hadn't practiced a lot before that. Do you remember? Because I stopped because it was too painful.
Yeah.
So that in itself was hard. So then now I'm not allowed. I couldn't eat or drink during that. It just made it a lot more challenging. I'm happy I did it though because I survived and I think I did fine. But the support of you guys in practice really did help because I don't think I could have got through that because there were some reps do you know what I mean? I just couldn't get on the court. Like it was just like I haven't got it in me. Like I'm seeing stars. Like it was hard, but no, I really felt empowered with everyone who helped me and encouraged me through it. So yeah.
Because I can only like imagine like being able to survive the whole day and then playing a game, especially at the level that Kyrie was playing at. Because for me, I feel like there's so many different factors into why I could have torn my Achilles, and I didn't
Can we
eat the morning of the
just touch
game.
on that? Because when I first called you, you was like, "It's the ref's fault."
Yes, very true. And I was telling Sevi, and I was like, no, you told me first. She was like, it's literally going to be like you're on a roller coaster. And I went through like 10 different emotions. First, when I did it, and then within the first 24 hours, like as soon as it happened, and I kind of immediately knew because of the sound it made.
Yeah.
And like the way everyone else has described it.
Really?
It's like a gunshot, yeah. And it's like, or it kind of feels like somebody's kicked you in the back of your leg or has thrown something at you. So I kind of wanted to turn around and look, and be like, who's just kicked me or something? But I knew, like, funny? Immediately, I'm like, what? See,
watching the video back of the footage of how you did it, I'm like, who the hell pushed Shaq on the floor? Because I'm watching the ball motion because I'm thinking this happened like in play. You weren't even in the play, and I'm like, who pushed her in the back? And you literally just pushed off your foot in it to try and
the same move that I've done multiple times, and
crazy.
It's weird to think that I've just played a whole game for 44 minutes, and then the last minute, my body was like, no, I can't do this anymore. And whatever you've done to your body, which I guess wasn't enough, has told you, okay, this is enough. Like you need to sit down. Like I can't do anything else to help you. But yeah, there's so many factors into why I tore it. But yeah, initial thought was, this is the ref's fault. I was blaming everyone but myself. It was probably the worst refereeing I've ever witnessed in my life. Like, really? No, I'm not even being dramatic. Yeah,
which is why it got to overtime.
Of course, yeah.
Which is why it got to overtime, because every other game we've blown teams out. This team is a good team, but still, we still should have won by 20 points. And here I go. I'm kind of going back into the blaming them again. Yeah, if we played better, we could have just won the game. But it's so hard when there's someone like really having such a big input into like missed calls, like mistakes being called. Like I got about 6 travel calls, which weren't travels. We went back and looked at it, and it was just insane to watch.
So are you allowed to send that in for them to review, and then they get a penalty?
So they've reviewed it, and they've actually got rid of the referee from the league. But it's like, okay, they've got rid of him, but it's for me, I've got to deal with this I'm missing out on the opportunity to win with my teammates. They've been really good. Like my teammates have helped me a lot, but I still feel like I'm missing out on something.
Of course, yeah.
Like I said, like Sevian was explaining to me, there's so many different factors into why. Like I just said, I didn't eat that day, which is something usually I'd eat before a game.
Yeah,
So
big
for
breakfast.
me, yeah, exactly. So like to witness like athletes being able to fast on game days, I really applaud them because I don't know how they do it.
Do you remember we played Caledonia and I broke my fast during the game with grapes?
Yes, I remember during the game.
Yeah.
He was like, "What time is it?" I was like, "It's time, Paige."
Yeah, there has to be a lot of attention paid to what you eat, drink, prepare, all of these factors as a professional athlete or just even playing basketball at some kind of level. Actually, whatever level, because the Achilles will come for you whether you're at pro level or whatever level you're playing at. But
It's true.
I remember I played one game and I thought, let me take an energy shot. This was when I was like 15 or something like that.
I think you said, go on. Yeah, talk
the
about
energy
it.
shot, and
Yeah.
then my heart rate was just going crazy. I was like, what is happening to me? I think I took like 3. It was the stupidest thing. But I was sitting there in half time like this, whoo, like this, wow.
Oh my gosh.
She's so dramatic.
No, I felt like that. It's literally, but these kind of things are, it's like, no, don't take this. Take this. Don't do this. Do that. You have to prepare yourself properly for,
and do you know what,
for sports.
Like, prepare yourself, yeah.
I feel like in sport, like you can't follow fashion. Like, so say if what works for you, it probably won't work for me because everyone's body is wired differently. So maybe Sevian taking 3 shots was not for her, which to be fair, I don't think it's for any athlete.
For nobody.
Anyone.
But maybe some athletes can stomach that or they need that. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite interesting. You can advise people what you do because it works for you, but to directly say you need to do this X, Y, and Z is like, maybe it's a bit much. Do you know what I mean? You need to see like a common theme of other athletes doing it and it working for them for you to be like, nah, this is legit.
I just find it crazy that like people like Kobe Bryant and Kevin Durant can tear their Achilles because obviously they have the best of the best, probably the best rehab, the best treatment, the best like facilities and so many things to like avoid getting injured like that, and it still happens to them. Like I'm saying, it can happen to anyone. It's like your body's way of telling you, okay, you don't want to sit down and rest. Okay,
I'm gonna tell you to sit down.
I'm gonna force you to. Yeah.
Those who don't hear must feel.
And it's
yes,
just
exactly.
like the exertion. I remember looking at the run that Kobe had before he tore his Achilles. He was really pushing himself beyond like limits to try and get the Lakers into the playoffs at that time. And he was like, it was like a streak of, 40 points, 60 points, 48 minutes, etc. Like he was pushing the team to the limits, and his body just gave out. Unfortunately, rest in peace, Kobe. But yeah. The body's just gonna give out when you least expect it, and preparation is key.
It must be comforting in a weird way to know that the most elite athletes go through these emotions also. Not saying it's good that they get injured, but it's just like to know this is sport. Do you know what I mean? It's not me. This is just what comes with the sport. If it's happening to the best of the best, like it's nice to acknowledge I have a similar story to Kobe, to KD, to Dwayne Wade hurt his hamstring, like his leg, his knee like blew out. Like there's so many athletes that's had like crazy injuries, and it's like someone somewhere can relate, and it's important to be able to like relate to people of that level.
Yeah, especially like seeing their comeback. Like I remember when Kevin Ware, who actually played in the British Basketball League.
That was an injury.
Yeah, I remember I didn't watch it, but like my teammates were like, you got to watch this and see what happened. And it's just like, he's in college, also with some of the best, I'm sure the best of the best trainers and facilities. And for that to happen, it's just like, man, his body was probably telling him, okay, this is going to happen, but maybe like he ignored it. So it's really important to like listen to what your body's telling you.
And that was just, he just blocked a shot. He went up to block a shot, like to contest a shot.
Yeah.
And the way he landed was just so bad. And you know what's crazy? Like when he came to London Lions, his legs were like very skinny. And you would think like after an injury like that, he would have put on a lot of weight to make it stable. In a sense, like a lot of muscle, but they were still really skinny, but he was so bouncy. So it's like, even you would never have thought that his whole leg was out of his skin. Like,
Yeah.
I was trying not to remember.
But it's like so good to see him play again and realize that like there's other athletes, like it happens
yeah,
to
and
people,
it
like,
hasn't
and you can
stopped
come
him.
back
Like, he
from
did
it.
great. Yeah, it hasn't stopped his journey at all. Like, what's written is
Yeah.
written, pretty much. It hasn't stopped his journey. But speaking of the British Basketball League, the All-Star game.
Yes.
Woo-hoo! That was
Yeah.
great. How do you guys find it? Let me hear, like, let me get feedback. Like, let me know what you, man, think.
So I was tuned in from Greece. I want to say that it was probably the best All-Star game I've ever watched. Okay, I'm talking about the women.
Okay.
I'm talking about the women because it was competitive. It was like people was playing defense. There was like, it was nice to see like the connections of teammates playing together, and just to like, I don't think like British basketball realized that you've got like basically probably the best female basketball player that is ever going to come through England playing in an All-Star game. And not only that, she's playing in England again. And like, you get to witness this. And like, she still came out there and performed and like gave it 100%. And like, it was amazing to see like the matchups from the North and the South. But yeah, great game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I was also watching on TV, and it was so entertaining. The women's game was amazing. Like Shaquila was saying, just having them on display. Tammy, like one of the best British talents, probably the best British talent from that pedigree level, being able to put on a display, and you can just see the chemistry with everybody. Like there was so much passing, etc. And then with regards to the competitive nature of the game, I think that's what's missing from an all-star game. Like we want to see you come out here and show why you are the best of the best, why you are the best star. And so she put on a show and was able to prove that. Really, I saw Savannah on the floor, like going diving for loose balls, etc. Like lots, like BC in passing. That's why I keep highlighting the passing, because, for instance, when you see in comparison to the men's game, it's my turn now, I'm gonna just go for it. And it was similar to like throwing up this shot, throwing up that shot. Of course, you want to see some entertainment as well. Try something that you wouldn't normally try in a normal game. If I was lucky enough to be able to get to those levels, I would have tried an under the leg layup or some nonsense. But you know, it's nice to be able to see the competitive nature, and people say, okay, you know what? At least after half time, we're going to lock in. We want to win this game and represent for South as well. Shout out to South, we won. Yeah. So, yeah.
South won everything. They won the 3-point, they won the dunk, they won, men won also. But yeah, that's great. That's great feedback. I think the girls really stole the show, to be fair.
Absolutely, easily.
Yeah, I think they didn't treat it like a Mickey Mouse game. Not saying that the guys did, but they really like went out and wanted to win. Like, and it's the first ever British Basketball League Women's All-Star game, so that's something to play for. I think it was great to have Georgia Anderson and Jamel Anderson up there representing the North. Georgia's background, you know, Commonwealth medalist, and then same with Jamel, and given like who they are in British basketball, to have them both there at the same time, Miss and Mrs.
family.
Yeah. I think that was really cute. So, and the baby came out also. I love her. She hugged me. But yeah, it was a great day. So busy though, super busy. But yeah, I'm happy with the results. Debrief, benchmark, be better next year. I think what we could do next year would be just more fan like engagement, like get them more on the court, like not just the kids and stuff, you know, like maybe more activations across the arena and stuff. And because, you know, you never know if the guys, how they're going to show out. If the girls have set that level, then I feel like that level will continue. I think the guys, yeah, we could probably push for more fan engagement just to keep the fans coming back to the All-Star game, really. Like, give them a reason to come back.
I think it's a great moment in the calendar as well.
Yeah.
To know that, okay, I might not be following the whole league, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to tune in. And it's also a discovery moment. So I can discover, because I might not be I'm checking London Lines. It's nice to be like, actually, I didn't know this person is showing out. What team do they play for? Maybe when it's I don't know, this team versus this team, I want to make sure I'm down there for that. Discovering new talent and being like, actually, everyone's putting out. They really delivered a show, and the North did really well too. It wasn't a blowout, even though the South had so many stars. It was a great game to watch. Great showcase for women's talent in the UK.
I think Georgia Girl did really good. For the North, she did really good. I couldn't really watch all of the game, but yeah, I think it was fun to watch her out there. So yeah, that was really good. You know, Stella probably had a whole plan. Stella, the coach for the South, she probably had a whole plan, blueprint of how they're gonna win, double drag or horn set or some foolishness on the All-Star game. But
I don't think she's risking a loss again after when she first came in to London Lions and lost I think it was like a 500-day winning streak that she lost in her first game as a London Lions head coach.
But you know what? With the London Lions, they beat I forgot the name of the team, but they won their semi-final into the final now of the Euro Cup. Massive moment. That game was great.
London, that is good. This is like they're unbeaten in the British Basketball League and they're unbeaten in Europe. This has never been done before.
Yeah, it's true.
Like Historic. This is insane. That final,
it was so good.
It's gonna be mad.
That final on the 10th of April, everyone better be tuned in, watching. Copper box better be packed out. Like this game is historic. This moment probably won't happen again, and if it happens again, it will never be as great as what is going to be produced. I'm super excited.
What was amazing to see was so many people at the All-Star game. I've never seen fans at the top for a women's game. So I would love to see for the finals for the women, for everyone to pack out Copper Box. I would love to see that happen. And I feel like it's
a great game. It's going to be a great game. The semi-final is anything to go by for sure.
Especially after we see what happens on the first leg. So when they go out there on the 3rd, it's on the 3rd of April, I believe. So, and then to know that the actual final is going to be in London.
Is it in London?
Yeah. Like that probably will never happen. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's 1 in a million.
Yeah.
It's, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Did you watch the game, the semi-final?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. It was like really close to begin with.
Yeah, no, by halftime it was still even.
Yeah, it was like 0-0.
They just pulled away. The other, what is the other team? They were Italian.
Umana. How do you say it, Shaquila? Umana Rea.
I just know that it's in Venice. That's all I know.
They just locked them down.
Yeah.
Defensively, Lions just locked them down, and then they just knocked down buckets.
Did you lot see the block Shanice had against what's her name? The Jordan athlete.
I don't know the name, but Shanice got bunnies.
You know she has her own shoe.
Here we go. Found it. Hamby.
Derrica
Hamby.
Yeah,
Derrica Hamby.
Yeah, it was play of the game.
Insane.
But no, that was the quarterfinals.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
it was the quarterfinals. I see so many great moments.
I was thinking, I didn't see this.
Yeah. But she had a block in the All-Star game that they called a foul, and I was like, it was against Kirsty Brown, who is
KB
about my height, so she's probably 6'3", and Shanice is probably 5'2". No, I'm just kidding.
Shanice, come for her.
Shanice is probably 5'6". Okay, I have no idea, something like that.
She's like
and
5'7".
for her to get up,
must be. I feel like she's the same height as me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, but do you know what?
Once you're shorter than 6 foot, I don't
listen.
Really know
don't come for us.
I'm just saying.
No, but it's true. It's like you're not in my peripheral, so it's like
I have big height energy. I feel like I'm up here.
You are.
I'm surprised when I see in the mirror the height difference.
Oh, to what you think in your head.
In my head, I feel like I'm eye level.
That's insane. But playing with Shanice, when I can feel her coming. I don't want to put the ball up because I can feel her coming to come and block me out of nowhere. And I'm like, Shanice, why are you coming flying in the air like that? She's like, Paige, I wasn't going to touch you. I was like, yes, you was.
Yeah, she's a very athletic player. And I don't know how much she weighs, but nothing to what a post would weigh. But when she switches into the post, the fact that she can guard from the 1 to the 5 is amazing.
Insane, yeah.
Yeah, so because they've got a really good, the team that London Lions are playing in the final, they've got a really good post player. I think she's from China. So I'm excited to see the matchup with Temi and Megan against
got that IQ.
It's
I
heavy
know.
for me.
And the
Taylor's the
athleticism
everything.
is just gonna be.
I'm a huge fan of Megan. I tell her all the time, like, I'm a
She's
huge
great.
fan.
Yeah.
She's doing amazing. She actually gasses me. Like watching
Yeah.
her play, I'm like, you're lit. Like
She knows how to use her body so
Yeah.
well. And like, yeah.
I don't see the connection to her being Spanish though. Like it was asked in an interview and she said, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day. Who knows?
Hey, gotta
But
get
yeah.
that coin. Gotta get that coin.
But yeah, speaking of Megan, also to do with Iowa, number one seed, the NCAA tournament, the bracket is now out. We should start
Did you make a
a
bracket?
group for that. No, I haven't made it yet, but the first game's not until the 22nd, so
we've got time. Okay.
I haven't made a bracket either.
So let's all make a bracket. We'll talk about that next week. We'll do it over the weekend or something. Did you watch the SEC final?
of course I did. Another number one is South Carolina, and yeah, LSU versus South Carolina final was insane.
That was
And it's
so
funny
much
because
fun.
I was watching it. I don't know what time it was here in Greece, maybe like 3 a.m. And I was watching it with my former teammate Kiki, who went to South Carolina. And no, not the championship. I'm talking about, it was the semi-finals. We're thinking of the semi-finals.
Oh,
when
the Tennessee.
Camila Cardoso hit the shot. Yes. So we was watching the semi-finals.
The fact that no one wanted to guard her.
It's insane to think of it. I think it was like 10 seconds left. Tennessee were up one or two. Yeah, I think they was up two. And Kiki had turned the game off because she had like, okay, well, we've lost now. And I was like, no, put it back on. I was like, put it back on. You've just got fouled and you've got a chance to score. But yeah, Camila Cardoso has never made a three this season. I think she made one before in her career. I don't think this season she hasn't made one. I think she shot one but missed it. And the fact that she was left wide open.
I don't think
that is insane.
That's not.
I know it's like, read scout and this, but it's the last like seconds of the game. Play it to the end. You know what I mean? Because now anything that you use everything in hope. You know, because if you trust, you believe, and it follows through. And she was like, "Nah, I'm gonna hit that shot."
They needed a three because if I'm correct, they was down two. So if you get a two, you tied it.
Yeah.
They needed a three.
And she stepped back into it. Like she squared up into like going backwards into the three.
Yeah. Just to see the joy on her face, it was amazing to watch. I wanted to cry. I was like, this is
everyone ran up on the court.
I wanted to stand up at first. That's what I wanted to do. And I can't, my Achilles. I was like, this is amazing. Her teammates just look so happy for her. And it's just like, yeah. You can tell she's worked for this.
Yeah, absolutely. She must still be buzzing because of that. Like, those moments. It's like they're almost milestone moments. It's like
when you hit a buzzer beater. Have you guys ever hit a buzzer beater?
Once with Mark Clark.
Once.
Really? You see that play that he does for Z to come out on the baseline?
Yeah.
Like the two screens for the five. And they come out on the side. Yeah, he did that once with me. I think this was before you came.
Yeah.
Same year you came, but you weren't here yet. That's what I remember.
What game? Who was it against?
I can't remember. But I actually can't believe it went in.
Come on, you've got to remember your game-winning shot.
You know, you have to. I remember exact moment of my game winner.
I just remember it went in, and Holly was like, "You got such a pretty shot. You need to shoot more." That's all I remember. I was like, "Oh."
Was it a game-winning shot or was it the time was running down?
Buzzer beater.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a game-winning shot.
No, it wasn't a game-winning shot. It was just a buzzer beater.
Oh,
end of the play.
Okay, yes. Wait, what did you ask for, Seviana? Buzzer beater or the game-winning shot?
Oh, that's basically both actually. Because I was thinking about the
game-winning shot.
The game-winning shot, but it was both. It's basically a buzzer beater and a game winner, and the same with Kyrie.
Yeah,
it was the game-winning shot
and a buzzer beater.
Yeah. Well, the buzzer beater could also be like at the end of the first or the end of the second.
Yeah, true.
Like shot clock. That's
a buzzer beating game shot, game winning shot.
Never had that. Never had that.
Buzzer beating game winning shot.
Like,
don't you ever give me the ball in the last 5 seconds of the game? You crazy?
But you can't say that because what happened with Camila Cardoso? They wasn't expecting.
Yeah,
her.
I'm not coming.
Her team was.
No, but you just don't know.
It's so funny to like hear Dawn Staley, the head coach, her interview after him hear her say that her plans was to get the best shooter actually in the country open. And then she was like, no, forget it. Camilla, if you're open, shoot the ball. She maybe didn't say that, but I'll just bleep out what it was along those lines. We'll just bleep out what she didn't say. Yeah.
And
but to have that much faith in your player is amazing. I actually watched one of her documentaries last night, actually, Dawn Staley.
Oh, send me the link or let me know what the title is. So
it's on Netflix.
Check it out. Okay, cool.
But I will.
I'll check it out.
Will do.
That girl's got money.
I had one moment for a game-winning buzzer beater.
Yeah.
It was a free throw.
Yeah.
But the time was out. The time was done. So it's like, if I miss the free throw, we lose.
Yeah.
It's overtime.
Yeah.
If you make it, we win. But that one, you're just going through your whole routine. You're just, at the line. But once it went in, my gosh. You just
Was your heart pounding?
Oh, everything.
Like you had the 3 shots?
Yeah. Do you have a ritual with a free throw routine?
Yeah.
I go through beef.
3 dribbles. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, balance, elbow, eyes focus on target, follow through.
Okay.
So I just whisper that to myself.
I just look up.
Just breathe and shoot. And then I think of something nice. And for a couple of years, it's been ice cream. Very weird, but yeah.
So you're about to shoot and you think of ice cream?
Yeah, I literally count the dribbles, 1, 2, 3, and then I'm like, ice cream, shoot.
No, this is different.
Very strange. Yeah. Because I remember a coach was telling me, just think of something that makes you happy. And I was like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, ice cream. And like I've been doing it for years now. But yeah, I had the same situation, Sevian, and I played in Iceland.
For the ice cream?
We was really bad. Oh, maybe that's where it came from then. Iceland ice cream. We was really bad. Couldn't win many games. And then we brought it back. We was down by a lot. We brought it back in the end. And the time had gone out and we was down 2. So I had to make 2 free throws to go to overtime. My heart was beating so hard.
You can hear every beat.
Everything was shaking in my body. I was just like, oh my God, I have to make this.
God bless you.
We need another win.
Yeah.
We need it. But yeah, an actual game-winning shot. I remember I shot it for Sure Shot back in the day for when I played under 16 against Manchester. I do remember that.
Manchester was sick back in the day.
Actually, I'm saying this. I may have hit another one for national team when I played for England. But that...
Do you know what I remember?
Yeah, I'll have to send you like a picture of it. What?
I remember you and I think it's Sheridan. You both like tapped the ball in at the same time, like put back at the same time. Like you both literally like had your hands on the ball and you put it in at the same time. This would have been like...
There was a play last night in the NBA that 2 players did the same thing. They got a put-back dunk. So I'm just wondering who they gave the points to because it literally was at the same time. They both had their hands on the ball. Yeah.
Talking of dunks, Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Did you see that poster? Oh my gosh. Have you seen that dunk?
Insane. I never really knew of him until I thought that he tore his Achilles after I tore mine. It looked like the video I sent you guys. I was like, who is this man? And then from then I've been watching him like, man, this guy is a beast.
AE, like the Michael Jordan reincarnated.
Yeah.
Like insane. Like he's done a lot, man.
It was pending. A dunk like that was pending.
And then did you see Austin Reeves?
No, I didn't see that one.
When he got posted on, what did he say? I think his interview was so funny. He said something like, everyone had a great view and I didn't. Like he had some man's balls in his face.
Oh dear.
I've heard a lot of like hype around LeBron's podcast. I actually haven't tapped into it, but I will be watching it tonight. Has anyone tapped into it?
Not yet, but I'm looking forward to his conversation with JJ Redick. Great minds.
Be interesting what they both like spark up, what they both say, and yeah, I'm ready to touch on that next week. And I need to read the book. I need to read the book, Asia Wilson's book.
Yes. Please.
I feel like okay, I'm prolonging it now. Like, Paige, come on, get yourself together. We're gonna touch on that also. So yeah,
you'll enjoy it. really enjoy the book.
Wait, you have read it. Wow. You prefer listening than reading?
Oh,
Same
for
here.
me, I listen to
Yeah.
audiobooks, especially if the author is narrating. So I think it's a really nice touch in that sense. So to hear Asia speaking and just funny jokes and stuff like that. So I think it's a nice touch to hear her version of the story.
Might give it a try.
Yeah, it's a good
I've got a lot of
listen.
time now.
Yeah, you'll
Got a lot
really
of time.
appreciate it. You'll appreciate it. And I'll check
Okay.
into LeBron's podcast as well. I can't lie, this week I haven't been watching as much basketball as I should because I've been tapped into Kate and finding out where she's at on my Sherlock Holmes.
I'm weak.
Where is she?
One of my American friends, I don't know. One of my American friends asked me, I'm like, what? I don't know what's happening with that.
Yeah, I don't understand. Is she just gone MIA since when? Since Christmas?
Listen, we will find out next week.
Will we? Or is it going to be another
On
Photoshop
Sevian
edition? No,
not,
it's
maybe.
insane. Yeah, with the whole All-Star game, I've been super, super tired. There's been a lot of reports and stuff. Like, working in basketball it's just something else in itself. It's like never ending. It's like after this podcast today, I'm doing more work. So it's like never ending. It's just a lot at the moment, but definitely can't wait to take that break and watch some basketball.
Someone
Excited
who's
for that.
hardworking as well, Mo. Shout out to Mo on the BBC.
Yeah.
That was great analysis and loved watching that game. Breakdown was great.
That was the right game for someone like
Such an
him.
exceptional game.
Yeah.
Perfect.
To have him like speak about, commentate on it, that like I wouldn't want anyone else there. I don't like
Shade.
Sevian's face.
Shady.
There was no shades to that. I just feel like that was for the breakdown. There's no one else that could do it like him,
I
basically.
think Eamon did a good job, just saying.
Eamon absolutely could have done a good job. I think the way
BBC.
Mo carried it was really great. But you know, we'll see
Oh,
Eamon there one
together.
day.
Him there with the Boston crew.
All right, guys. Well, this has been episode 30. Shout out to the House of Nay Saga. And thank you, Spotify, for supporting us. And yeah,